Welcome to this kind of short few videos that are going to take you through using HTML and creation of probably your first website. We're going to take you back to pretty much to basics really, nothing too complicated. For this tutorial I'm actually using Pyscripter and there's a link, YouTube link available on the channel that shows you how to install this. You could do exactly the same thing in Notepad. If you've got Notepad, it doesn't matter what you use. I just quite like using Pyscripter because of the colours and the way that the layout is. On Pyscripter, when you go new file and you go new, if you select internet and HTML document, this is what it actually creates. It creates a kind of blank structure for the page. Some of the data on here we don't actually need. We'll talk about this bit up here in a minute, this title bit. We're going to add the title. We've also got all this information here that says meta. All that is doing is telling us kind of what has generated the page in the first place. So it was generated within Pyscripter. I'm going to take that out, to be honest, because I don't really think it's going to add anything to our website. What we've got here is this is our basic structure. Okay. Another nice thing about using Pyscripter, it gives us the nice colours and the indentations. So what have we got here then? Well, we've got an opening HTML tag. Tags generally come in pairs. They start with the kind of opening tag, and then the closing tag has the backslash on it. When we look at this, we can break it down and say that when the browser receives the fact that it's got that HTML tag, it knows it's a HTML document, and it knows when it gets the backslash that is the end of the document. In between that, we've got this header information. This doesn't actually appear on the page at all. Will appear in the top of the web browser, and I'll show you that in a minute. And the important one for the page is actually the body tag. So everything that's within the body tag is going to be what we're actually going to see on the page. Okay, you might want to stop the video here and just have a quick look and either kind of copy the basic structure into Notepad, or if you've got Pyscripter installed, you can open up a blank HTML page and you can follow along. Right, hopefully you've had a chance to put the basic structure of your HTML document in place with our opening HTML tags, our head for our header information, and then we've got our body at the end of our HTML document. Let's just talk you through what I've put in so far. I've put this tag in that says title. At the moment I've just put in there that says my website. And then the body, and what actually we're going to see in the page, I've written some text and I've put a P, which is a paragraph tag, and I've opened it and I've closed it, and again I've just put some text in between that. I'll show you why I've put the paragraph tags in a minute. What we can do actually, if we have a look at, we'll have a look at this document within Google, and we'll open it with Google and see what it looks like. And what I'm going to do is close all these other ones out of the way, and we can have them next to each other so that we're actually looking at them side by side. Okay. So what you'll see is at the top there we've got the title. I said earlier that doesn't actually appear in the main bit of the page, but what you'll see is it appears up the top here. Okay, in your browser window, so it's kind of it's there at the top of the page. And just to show you, kind of, if I was to put just change that. If we just change that to my first website, and if I hit save up there, and then I go to refresh, what you'll see is it's changed it. It's put my first website. Again, on there when I held it, it said this is saved on a local drive. I've not got it anywhere, so anybody can view it. And then what have we got underneath? Okay, well we just talked about the header information, and below that we've got two bits of text, and I've put them within paragraph tags. If I didn't put those paragraph tags in, so if what I'll do is I'll take them out. Okay. paragraph tags out, and I'll just save that, and I refresh that page. That happens. Okay, and you can see that what it's done is it's just, even though here it appears like they're underneath each other, the browser doesn't know that, so the browser's put them next to each other. So I'm just going to put those p tags back in. Okay, close these paragraph tags off just because it's good practice. Okay, so we're going to take that one and we're going to put one there. At this stage, that wouldn't actually make a huge difference putting both sets in, but it's kind of good practice to put them both in. Okay, so all we've done so far is we've filled in our basic structure and we've put something in just to make sure we can see it. I've saved it, so if I refresh that again, it goes back to as it was. Okay, what you might want to do now is you might just want to pause it again and put some text into the areas. Okay, right, we'll move this website on a bit. Hopefully so far what we've done is we've put something on the title up here. We've looked at that. We realised that anything that's within the body is going to show up on the page. We put these lines up here. So we put some text in and we put paragraph tags to separate them. Right, what have I done next? Well, I've just put another bit of text in. Didn't bother putting it within paragraph tags this time. We can play around with that, see what it looks like afterwards. And I've just put, during these short videos, you can build a basic website. And then I've introduced an image tag. Well, image tag's slightly different to most of the other tags because this one actually is a self-closing tag. So you only have the one tag, it opens and closes within that tag. Let's have a talk about kind of what's within this tag. So img means that it's an image. We are going to have src, which is going to tell us what the source of that image is. And I've done it two different ways, so you can see it kind of in action working two ways. The first way, what I've done is I've saved an image called image.jpg, and I've put that in exactly the same folder that this HTML is. So if I went to here, I could see that there's a JPEG called image, very small JPEG, 4 kilobytes, and it's in the same folder as the HTML document. Okay, it's got something called alt, and I put my image. I'll talk about that once we open up the browser. And what I've done then is I've put another tag that doesn't kind of keep to the rules, which is a BR tag or a break tag. And what that will do is just put a line break in at the end, so this next bit of text is not following on from it. Okay, then I put a set of paragraph tags so we can kind of compare the two together. And I said that this time this image is actually sourced from a website. So rather than have it in the same folder, I put a web link to the image. Okay, so you can see I've put a link in there, all the way up to there, and a little bit of alternate text at the end there, and then another paragraph tag. Okay, so let's just save that one off, and what we'll do is we're just going to open this one up. We'll open it up in Google and see what it actually looks like. So we're going to open it up in Chrome. Okay, and we're going to have a little bit of a play around with it. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to minimize that, drag that over to one side, and put the Chrome window on there. Okay, let's have a look what we've got. So we take it from the top. We've got title, my website, yeah, that's the same. We've got a little bit of text here. Okay, we've got an image, and this image is actually the same image, but one has been downloaded and put on the file, and the other one is linking it to the web image. Okay, so we've got a little bit of text. Again, I could play around with that. If I put what I'm going to do is I'm going to put actually a paragraph tag in it, and you'll see the difference it makes. Okay, just try to put an extra tag in. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to copy that bit. I'm going to cut that out. I'm going to put that between the two tags. Okay, it's a little bit difficult to see with it. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit save, and I'm going to refresh that. Okay, what you can see, what it's actually done, the minute I've put that paragraph tag in, it's moved the image across. Okay, actually the same image, but one of them is held locally. And what we should do when we're on here, okay, we've got our image is in here. I could actually play around and change it. Oh, we could do actually. We're going to put we'll put another tag in here. We'll put a B tag in. We're going to make it bold. Okay. So I'm just going to put /B. Okay. Let's save that across. And then put that. And you can see that it's making it bold up the top. Okay. Let's just minimise that again. Maximise this window so we can see it. So what have we got so far then? Well, we've got a HTML document. We've got HTML opening tag, a closing tag there at the bottom. We've got the header information that doesn't appear on the page but appears at the top of the browser window. And then we've got everything that appears within the body. So far we've introduced a paragraph tag, a bold tag, put a bit of text in, another one's with paragraph tags. We've sourced an image locally where we've saved an image in our folder. We've put some alt image on as well so that it can, if we hover over it, we should be able to see the alternate text that comes up. We've also then put a source of an image where we've kind of saved it locally, it's not locally, within the web. So it'll actually go and find this. And the way you do that is when you go to a website, you can actually right click on it and you can copy the address of that image and you just paste it in. Okay, well that's something to get you kind of to play around with up to there. That's quite a lot to take in. So definitely pause the video now and see if you can source yourself an image, put an image in. It might take you a little bit longer, but if we can do that now. While you were busy practicing the last bit, I've made a couple of changes to the page. I just want to show you a couple more tags. Ones that you actually, when you come to do your websites, you're going to use quite a lot, and that's this one called a div tag. Okay, and you can see I've got 2 of these div tags in here. The other bit, the first bit I haven't actually changed, same as last time. I sourced an image locally. What I've done is I've changed the one with the web link and I've sourced another image locally. What we would see on here is these images are much different in size. One's only 4 kilobytes, the other one's 111. Okay, I haven't put any structure around the pictures, so the pictures are going to be displayed in the screen exactly as in the sizes that they've been saved. We can change that and we'll have a look at that later, but at the moment we're just going to look at how these divisions work. Okay, so if I just save that up, and what I'm going to do is just like we did before, excuse me, we're going to look at this file within Chrome. We'll just look at it in Chrome because it's nice and easy. Most people are using Chrome, but I've got pretty much every browser installed here. And what you'll see is that I've actually got these clear, get rid of that, clear divisions within the page. One image is significantly larger than the other because as you said, one was 111 and one was only like 4K. So it's filling the page much bigger. I can resize it, and we're going to look at that later, how we can resize it within the image. But the great thing here is that we've actually got this divisional tag. Okay, if I wanted to look at, I can actually kind of inspect and look at how the page is structured, and it will give me, if I do that right click on any web page that do that, I can look at the information that's within it, so I can actually inspect it and see, and I can see the divisions. I can see there's a div there, which means that's in one block. Okay, and there's another one there. It doesn't really at the moment kind of mean a great deal. It will later though. And this division, putting these div tags on, is a really good way of keeping the kind of the page laid out. Okay, so what I'd like to do now is just have a go with the div tag. Let's get rid of that, maximize it again so you can see the code. You can pause the video there and you can have a look and you can play around. You're going to probably need to find another image. You can use one of the websites as well if you want, but it's easier if it's kind of stored locally. One of the mistakes that we do get sometimes when people start off web design and playing around with HTML for the first time is the image is not showing. You get a broken link. Generally what that means is you've either stored that image in a different location to the file because we haven't put a direct a kind of link to it within the file structure. We've just put the image name and the extension on it. Okay, or what we find a lot of the time is that someone actually, it's like a typo. You've typed maybe one with a capital I and the other one with a lowercase I, and it doesn't recognize it because it doesn't match. Sometimes even the fact that if someone was to put JPEG in there, and we save that, we'll go back to the other one. Oh, excuse me, that one. So I've called that JPEG now, not. And sometimes in some browsers it doesn't like that. Sometimes it kind of picks up the fact that it's an image, so it's done it there. You see, because it doesn't actually recognise the fact, although they're both JPEG images. One of them we spelt it differently. Okay, so if I go back to that file again, and I take the E out, and I save it again. Okay, and we open up that again, and I refresh the page, then the image is there. Okay, there's quite a lot to take in for the first bit. Probably where I'm going to stop it for the moment. So what we've done so far, we've looked at the basic structure. We've put the title in the head information. We've played around with stuff within the body. We've ensured that some of the bits that we've got within the page, and we've ended up putting some div tags in to actually put these page divisions within our page. Okay, right. So hopefully, again, you've looked at that and you've realised kind of where we're up to. Again, I will put these up on the YouTube channel. If you want to get notifications, if you subscribe, then you'll get any notifications that videos that come out. If you like the videos, give them a like, and hopefully I'll put some more together.